welcome. What is up, my beautiful collective? Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here and you would like to skip forward to your story, the timestamp will be listed on the screen or in the description below. This is a general reading, general story for the month of January 2026, rolling into the new year. So happy new year. It is also a wolf moon on the 3rd, so this energy will be the surrounding energies, what's unfolding forth after this full moon energy, what manifestations are coming through after this full moon energy, along with just the gateway and bursting through into this new year. So welcome. Thanks for being here. If it resonates, there is an extended in the description below, and there's also a free playlist if you would like to view your sign. That being said, let's jump right on in. So the first card we have is the Ace of Swords, and this talks about our downloads, information, intuitive downloads, having the keys, having knowledge, having the answers, and it's a release. So this download or this energy has been broken through or released through, and we now have access to it now. It is this intuitive energy or this intuitive knowledge, this intuitive wisdom that you can actually apply. It's almost like the Akashic records. I'm getting the idea of that owl who guards the library. Everybody has access to it, good and evil, but if you use the information inside for negative purposes or to hurt or harm someone, you're not allowed access to it. But you prove in yourself that you don't want a specific knowledge so you can get access to it, or you never wanted it so you can have the one up on someone or above someone. You wanted it for your own personal journey or your own personal magical lifestyle, is what we can say, or your own personal spiritual practice, or just so you can know how to do something. You wanted to do something, even so you can use it to help someone or to heal someone or to help someone. Like, that is why you were seeking. That's why you became a seeker in the first place. You wanted to simply understand the process of something. So if you do happen to master it, which seems to be the initial goal, then you can apply it and figure out where else in society where you can do your cool trick or your cool thing, basically. Because a lot of people can't do it, and you did learn to do it, or you figured it out, and it turns into this idea of magic, or it turns into this idea of mysticism and wow. Like, when you walk in, you wow. When you perform and when you do your thing, you wow the people who weren't able to accomplish or weren't able to do it because you got a step or 2 steps or 3 steps further into that realm or into that reality. We know whatever it is, it can be a trade, a craft, actual mysticism. Like, you step deeper into the rabbit hole than they were ever willing to go. So when you do what you do and when you speak on what you speak, you come with a sense of mastery, and it is seen and it is being highlighted right now. That is the one thing that is clearly coming through with this, you can call it full moon energy, New Year's energy, is that acknowledgement, or being able to bridge the gap between, I want to say, those two worlds in a sense. And it is realizing that when you open up and when you are in this community, that sometimes, of course, as always, people will come from different planets, people come from different worlds, people come from different backgrounds, and sometimes you don't realize how deep and how vast, intelligent, and sometimes we're at a level that we just don't understand because we've been doing it so long and it becomes natural to us. But you're realizing that something that you have been doing that has been so natural for you, you are almost at this advanced level, and it like never occurred to you, or that thought never popped in your mind. You were trying to climb the ladder, you were trying to get to the top, or you were trying to get to where you needed to be, but you realized that the point that where you are, when you look back, like, damn, you do have a lot of experience under your belt, or you do have a lot there that you can use to help catapult you faster into the future. There is things that you can put in your resume, things like that, like you do have experience, or you've been around, or you haven't joined this whatever it is, magical community or gaming community or whatever community. You haven't just joined yesterday. You wasn't just born yesterday. You've been around. So somebody is looking at you and realizing, like, you do have expertise, or you gotta say so. Like you are able to um, just really work through. I want to say just really work through this realm, and they see you as alien. Almost want to say as alien like or alienness. Like you invite this. It's almost wanting me to replace the word with alien. It's just otherworldly. Like when you step into their space, you bring your history, your background, your experience. But okay, let's move on. So the next card we have moving through is the Empress card, and this card is funny, or it is interesting coming out now because it talks about holding back or not wanting to share, and it seems like this is going to be an energy coming to us as a collective or as a community. Like this is the energy that surrounds when you started to embrace this energy, or when you started to move into uh, this greater timeline or this greater alignment. You probably already realized that energies start to respond to you differently, or they are um, almost approaching throughout the side of your peripheral, or the side over your shoulder. It's like this energy. Interesting. Let's look more. Let's dig deeper into that. It is like this energy that's creeping up, almost as if it wants to tell you something, or it wants to share something with you, or is waiting for the right time, where you have, or where it has your full attention, basically. Um, and for me, this idea talks about merging two focuses or merging two concepts. It becomes a little. Let's see. Let's dig deeper into that. Now, I like this because it swaps the energy and it starts moving into this almost ethereal space where the thoughts slow down and the ideas slow. So it's very still and very meditative. So maybe that is the advice here, to get into a still and meditative state, because that is where it will come through. Because I was here and almost try to speed through it and get out the idea that was coming through the story, and it made me almost unease and or off ease and scattered. But now that I regain, and maybe that's the wisdom as well, like taking a step back to regain yourself, your thoughts, your composure, and your intention, and step back in. It's cool though for you. You've mastered this, is what wants to come through. You've already mastered this and you already completed it. So that's why this energy is sneaking up on the side and wanting to almost watch your process, or they're almost, it's not giving almost that stalker vibe or energy, but it's almost someone watching you through, your work office or your glass window, but not in a creepy way. They're wanting to see how you go from step A to step B, like how your brain processes, how your brain commutes. This may be an actual secret admirer, or somebody who is doing the same line of work as you. They want to um, understand like why you put red with red and blue with blue type thing. You're a mystery, but you're an ethereal mystery. You have this moon, almost this moon energy, or this siren energy, but they know when they get to you they will learn a lot, or they know when they come into your atmosphere that you will, it's almost, you have this freely giving, this gentle touch, or this freely giving energy where you are wanting to share the knowledge, and that's why the knowledge was given to you in the first place. We're talking about that owl, like protecting the library type thing, because you are like the owl. You're almost taking the baton in a sense, because you were freely giving the same information that the owl gave you, or you're freely sharing the same knowledge that you learned on your journey. It's almost like you want to make the trip, or you want to make the journey shorter for the next traveler or the next person, and that is genuine, or that is, it's almost like you mean what you say and you say what you mean. Like you want to actually move this energy from this location or this place to the next, because you are realizing how intentionally or unintentionally, when you put that energy in, it does actually come back, or it does eventually come back. And this January, it seems like this energy will trickle off into the next couple of months, but it's almost like this energy is especially with this Ace of Swords, wanting to mark as a highlight or a pinpoint, or almost like a foreshadow of how the beginning and hopefully the rest of the year will be unfolding. Interesting. So the next subject we have is a new passion, also, or a new inspiration, or something that just strikes the core, or something that just um, strikes you home. Maybe it is the thing that you are already doing. The flame just sparks. It reminds me of me yesterday. I was so stubborn and lazy to go upstairs to get a new lighter, so I was trying to light the one lighter that I had that I know doesn't work, but just clicking it and hoping that it just turns on. And I promise I was there for about 3 4 minutes. And you may say that's not a long time, but when you have a lighter that works and you turn it on, it lights in a second. So sitting there clicking it for 3 4 minutes hoping that it turns on, and it turned on with the dimmest flame ever. And I was so happy and I was so grateful, and I'm just sitting in my head saying, see, with a little bit of magic, to my friends, because we always have these jokes about magic and all these topics. I'm like, see, with a little bit of magic and blah blah blah, we got the spark, we got the flame going. So that could be a part of your thing here, is that you are going to reinitiate a flame. It could be with an actual person, but I feel like it's just more passion project or career collective related focus. Maybe your passion project ties to the collective and working with the collective or assisting the collective. Um, but as you are reinitiated in almost like this endeavor or this idea, like it is coming back to you refreshed or brand new or recarved, like it has space for you now, whatever that may mean, or there is spaces for you to put your things, or there is spaces for you to do things, or you have the tools and resources. And it's almost like something has been dropped off out of nowhere, or there was a new update, or you stopped doing something because it wasn't working, and when you went back, like they changed the website, or there was a new update, there's new features, or maybe your phone couldn't use a certain app, but the app got updated, so now you can get the app on your phone and you can start making money online, or through your apps, or however. Maybe your camera broke or something like that happened on your phone, so you couldn't record or take pictures, but now you have a new device, or you got your camera fixed, like something like that, where you left something because there was an issue or a problem at first, and when you went back just to check, you realized like there was a whole chest full of gems that you can start using now. So it gives you a whole new landscape, it gives you a whole new ideas. And yeah, so we have the heart here. So this is the passion project, or this is the passion idea. Your intention is being fused into this idea right now, or this idea is energy that is in the cars and that is floating around. This is the intention, or this is the main focus. It's almost like because of the energy just flowing, or because you feel the undercurrent of the energy picking up, or it's almost like, maybe literally, maybe figuratively speaking, but you feel the goosebumps, or you feel the hairs rising up when you move towards that direction. Like it is more evident. That's with that Ace of Swords energy coming out at first as well. It's more evident. It is more clear. You're more aligned. It feels better. You may be getting into actual scripting or writing, like scripting or writing may be a thing for you, or journaling, writing out your thoughts, meditation, and just putting things in order like that. You may be really getting yourself in order. This is tapping into some of this Virgo energy here with food and alignment, and almost like schedules and meal plans and to-do list is the idea. Like really trying to use that forward moving or forward driven energy to pick yourself up and to continue going every day, because sometimes it is hard, guys. Sometimes it is hard to like get that motivation. Like everybody goes through things, everybody goes through some of the separate but craziest situations, to each its own in their own life and in their own situation. And then on top of that, we go through that and we don't even be able to share it fully all the times. Like sometimes you do want to share it, and then when you do get to share it, sometimes you feel like you're bringing the mood down, or sometimes you feel like it's doing too much for the moment, or you never are able to find the right moment. But I think the one thing about you is that you felt those emotions, or you've been through those emotions, and you handle that, or you are able to, like, your spirit is able to move through that. So you're the type of person, it reminds me of a friend that I have. Like anything that happens to them, they keep going. They don't really show their breakthrough. She's a girl, but she don't really show her emotional side or her breakthrough side. Like she's always going and going. And that's like you. It's, that you're built for that. You just don't want to deal with it. You're like, I know I'm built for it. I know I can do it, but I shouldn't have to like find a space for me to share, find a space for me to like basically say or think that it's the right time. Maybe that is what the journaling is for. I was taking the scripting or the journaling as more of a manifestation tactic, or trying to realign and keep reminding yourself. Because remember, manifestation isn't about the magic and the cards and what does the future hold. It's about what you do after the cards. So I'm taking the journaling as in that type of sense, but maybe it's actually journaling out your feelings and your emotions, or I was gonna say talking with Chat GPT. I didn't really want to say that, but me and Chat GPT be going back and forth, like we be having at it, and it don't be anything. I've actually never had any emotional breakdowns with Chat GPT, but you can actually sit there and express and explain. You just gotta know the right things to say while remembering it is AI or it is a robot. But besides Chat GPT, like write it in your notes. Like I got my little tablet, and you can write with the stylus and the pen now, so it don't gotta be a lot, but you can check in. You can write. We just write it down. Literally, just write it down. Don't have no thoughts. Don't think, okay, I'm gonna write this from start to finish. Like, don't have any thoughts. Just start writing. Don't. It's not supposed to be important. If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. But write it down and get it out. And it definitely helps a lot. I know you know that it helps a lot. It's just one of those things where, yeah, you just gotta do it to know. Um, and I have a million things like that. But let's get a couple more before we close out. But there we go. It is to stand still. So it is talking about standing still and meditating or journaling, like reorganizing. Um, because you will be having these extra energies in your environment or in your space now as you move forward, or as we break into these new months. You will have a new almost group of people, if anything, looking up to you or just watching you, hovering you, having eyes. It may be good eyes, bad eyes, it may be judgmental eyes. It may be people who don't have an opinion on who you are and what you're doing yet, but it is still eyes on you because you are being pushed to stand still but stand out. You're being pushed to stand still so you can stand out. You're being pushed to be in this standstill energy so you can be almost like a safe haven, so people can jump on your boat and have a break from their life. That's why I say you are like this alien that just comes into somebody else's world out of nowhere, but it is the like a showstopper. Like, it's not the alien that is almost like a predator that's scary coming in, and it is the alien that is an anomaly, and you want to watch their show and you want to watch their performance. It is this alien that is almost doing these magic tricks and actually providing gifts and offerings, and being able to show that they are like safe, basically. So your energy is safe. Is what the standstill energy is. It's like being in the center of the hurricane. Like, it's real calm and centered and safe, and being in your energy. It reminds me of this video game that I play. When you have the converter, or when you have the bomb, and the rest of your teammates follow you, you get higher health, and they all get higher health around you if they stay close enough. So it's like this, like these people, if they stay close enough next to you and in your space or in the presence of your energy, then it clears their field and it clears their space. Interesting.